All right, my friends, we are back and we are in a whole new kingdom. We are in Jugpot, the water kingdom. Seems like something's going on with their king. Looks like our old buddy Gaudius, guy we met in the first episode, is involved. Or could be involved. And something very strange is going on. Water can't flow downwards, can't flow to the forest. I gotcha. Okay. So it looks like it's up to us to figure out what's going on. Yeah, this definitely is not right. And I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, look. I died for the first time. All right, let's try this again. I'll be honest, when I'm playing this game by myself, without talking, it goes a lot smoother. But this is my first time trying to do this whole let's play thing. So it gives me a little bit of distraction, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get used to it. I've played this game enough times. So I don't know. So I do need to actually grab this guy. Because if we want to get up here and get this life and get this other prisoner up here, that's the only way. You can actually do it with the enemy that's sitting on this platform here earlier. I just kind of forgot about that. So we see a prisoner down there that we obviously want to rescue. We have to grab this guy coming out of the waterfall so we can get down here. Now, obviously, this is going to lead us into be able to get that. So this part's obviously, you know, apparently a little too difficult for me. Come on. You just got to use a double jump to get across here. And your little hover ability, which I don't know if I mentioned the hover ability, but if you hold the jump button, Klonoa will actually hover in the air a minute. I kind of forgot to mention that before. So it helps extend your jump, as you can kind of see a little bit there. It also, if you make a bad jump, it can save you sometimes. It's actually saved me multiple times. So now we're climbing this area to get to this big jug here. Well, I love how much personality they give these levels. They seem so different. No two levels in this game feel anything alike. Now, okay, here's what I was talking about earlier. Now, you can see the gems, but that shadow is actually from a hidden egg, which is kind of obvious considering there's a gap in the gems. You can kind of see it. But the shadow that was there would actually be there no matter what, if the gems were there or not. No, I think this is the part. Yeah, I think this is the part I always think of this part because my father, when I was playing this game one time, now obviously, again, as I mentioned, the water looks super primitive graphically by nowadays standards, but one, I always love the fact that when you touch it, it actually splashes. So instead of, just being a sprite or a polygon there, it actually interacts with Klonoa there. But it also has stereo sound, so as you walk towards it, I don't know if this will translate over to the video or not, but it will actually translate to stereo. We had a big surround sound I was playing this on one time when I was a kid, and my dad was totally tripped out. Now, granted, this was back in the early 90s, or late 90s, early 2000s, about how much of the stereo effect it gave. So on this slide part, you obviously can't run back. It's always going to push you, but you can slow yourself down by trying to run back the other way. So if you want to time some of your jumps a little better. There's another one of those big enemies I was talking about. Can't kill them, but if you want to get up there, the only way to do it is to make him big. But if you don't keep shooting him a couple times, he is going to turn back normal. And you'll see right there, he turns back normal. And with that, I got all the prisoners for this level. So we are on good track. I also love how the enemies actually flatten out when you're under a platform like that. They don't just clip through the platform. So little details they put into this game that are actually really nice and really charming. All right, so you about hear something. A fish who needs help, apparently. So this fish is in a cage, and this actually is kind of a helpful teaching tool for the rest of the game. These switches right here are going to be very integral to different puzzles later down the line. And this is actually a really good way to kind of teach you that these switches do something. Messed up the castle, huh? Her mom. Evil spell. That would explain things. Looks like this whole kingdom's under an evil spell right now. It looks like it's up to us to fix it. And how do you fix things in video games? Oh, by fighting a boss, apparently. Because as you know, as I've explained before, every 2 levels, it's boss time. King of the castle, huh? A brat, huh? Oh, looks like Gaddies is already afraid of us. That's why he's calling us a brat. Only talked to him once and he's already afraid of us. Go away. Nice kid-friendly censorship there. Not time for you to die, time for you to go away. Reminds me of the Power Rangers when they used to say it will destroy you rather than kill you, like that's any less violent somehow. Okay, here we go, second boss of the game. I actually always love this boss. So what we gotta do here is obviously dodge her when she attacks. And the king, well, not yet. They're gonna throw bubbles at us first. King's gonna jump on one of these balls, these spike balls here, and we have to hit Pamela when she jumps. And that's how you attack the boss. So there was a remake of this game on the Nintendo Wii. I think roughly 06, 07, something like that. And there were a couple elements that were actually made easier that, while I loved the graphical update, there were a couple things that just made the game easier that I didn't really care for, because it's already kind of an easy game in and of itself. And I totally screwed that up. Anyhow, one, they give you 5 hearts instead of 3, so you actually have 10 hits instead of just 6. Also, for this one always sticks out for me, because in this boss fight in the remake, they actually this gap here, which adds an extra obstacle you have to jump over, is non-existent. It's kind of like this path that leads out to the bottom of the screen where the spike balls kind of go instead. So you don't have that extra obstacle of having to worry about jumping. Instead, it's just a platform to walk through. So it just made the game a little easier when I really didn't think it was necessary to make this game easier. Anyhow, not too tough a boss, little harder than the first one. Oh, and look, it's our buddy Joka. He's back. And we take care of him. Now it looks like we knocked him out of his trance or spell or whatever he was. And it was Gaudius. Looks like this whole thing's coming together. Oh, good. So now not only do we have to go see her, we have to go save her as well. All right. Looks like our friend. Here we go. Back to the forest. Should be in a lot better shape this time. Look at that. Looks like the trees are already starting to bloom. All right, my friends. That was 2-2 and boss number 2. So it looks like we're headed back to the forest. Join me next time and we'll have some fun. And we'll continue on with this story of one of my favorite games of all time. Take care, my friends. I'll talk to you soon.